What's going on, everyone? Welcome back, episode 4, and we're starting off with a cute little compy here that met his match with the biggest dinosaur in the world. Well, maybe second biggest. This is the Brontosaurus. So we got this guy right here. He is huge. I actually knocked him out by dragging him. It took him like halfway across the map to get him here, and I got lucky enough that he kind of collapsed and passed out just over those trees over there, you know, close to base here. And then I just loaded him up with like 1,200 berries, and then I went to bed. I woke up this morning, and here he is. I made the saddle, and now we can ride him. So we got pretty much the ultimate barrier gather in all of ARK worlds. So it's having a narco farming party, and now we're making a whole bunch of narcotics. We can get out there. We can tame pretty much anything. So not sure what's going to go on in this episode. We're probably going to run around. Hopefully we get an RG. We can get a bunch of things moved to the other location by Greenhob, and then also obviously work on that base as well. It's still pretty small. The Rex is over there. I haven't seen what's gone on with him. We are currently hanging out at level 67. So, you know, we can make our own Rex saddles here soon at 72. So we can pretty much have all the engrams we pretty much need. Obviously 97 is the Quetzal platform saddle. We definitely want that, but that's getting pretty close to the end game level stuff here. But we got to start looking for Rexes. You know, it's still a ways out there, but we got to get breeding, get ready for bosses and all sorts of stuff. But we still have a ways for that. We got to get our base and stuff established. Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, but it will be coming very soon. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to go, or we'll just get distracted and end up doing something else. But I am on the Rex. We have pretty much everything I need here. I got 100 trank arrows. I got my crossbow inside my inventory, which I shouldn't need, but just in case, we got 100 narcotics. So we're going out to try to tame an RG. So where we got to go here is over to the mountains. It's going to be a pretty big trick here, or a truck. You know, we got to take off here and walk quite a ways. So we're down here. We got to walk through all these mountain ranges, or all the way to Carno Island. We'll kind of see what happens, but I don't know which road I'm going to take it. I might just come in through here, up through the swamp, all through here, but around this area should be a bunch of Argentavises. So we're going to walk all the way there. I'm going to pretty much eat anything that's big, unless it's a Giga, because that will eat us. So we definitely don't want to run into one of those, but everything else I should be okay with. So we're going to eat everything, get some levels on the way, get lots of meat, put down campfires if we need it. But hopefully this trip does do good, but in the end, we should have ourselves an Argentavis. Okay, so we are coming up to the mountains. We're pretty close here. We're in between two of them, and I can see some RGs flying around up there now. Maybe, yeah, they're acting wild. I thought for a second that one right there, is that a Pteranodon? Looks like it has a saddle on the back and possibly tame. That seems to happen when people DC or crashed while in flight, but we'll see what happens here. So it looks like we're getting close to RGs. Hopefully we can find ourselves a decent one, and if we're even better, we're super lucky here, there's going to be some sheep nearby as well. I'm not counting on that. We'll do some, you know, taking out some babies and prime meat taming it, but hopefully we do get lucky with a sheep here. So let's get into this and see if we can find ourselves a decent RG. Okay, so I went to a couple islands here. We'll just bring up the other map. So I went all around this map over here, and all that was around this mountain for RGs was like level 10s and 15s. I killed everything, and all that kept spawning was like level 50s, level 40s. Who knows, maybe by now a good one. I went over here as well. Didn't really see much. A couple low levels, level 5s and 15s. It also got cold closer to winter area over here, Iceland. And I came up to Carno Island, so I'm wondering if I should just swim to the other side, or possibly just get some materials and make a raft and raft over. I don't know if my Rex would actually make that entire swim. It's pretty far, and they don't have too much stam here. But you know what? I'm up in the air. What I want to do, I might do another tour of this mountain, or I'll jump on over to Carno Island. I know there's lots of RGs on the far side there. So I ended up making the raft because, again, there was nothing over there. I did another loop, nothing around. So this is crazy. It's been a while since we actually had to play ARK this way. Nothing, no flyers, no tech skiff, and doing everything, running around the entire map, no cryopods. Crazy stuff. So we got the Rex on the raft here. We're going to float across. Hopefully no whales come, because they will destroy my raft And, you know, we could lose the Rex, but hopefully we're at least halfway there and we can get the Rex on board there. And then, you know, we can just wait for another tribe member to log on eventually later on and figure out some more. But there we go. So we're going to take this raptor. I like getting rid of the sail. Where is that? Hide sail. There we go. So we're going to raft on over to the other side and hopefully we find ourselves a decent RG. Okay, so I do have an N25. The only issue is it took damage, so we're only getting a taming effectiveness of about 50%. I have been using raw prime meat and I just got some mutton here from a drop. So we're not going to get the best tame out of this. It's a decent level, but it's still an RG. It'll work for now. I've been looking around to see if any larger, higher level ones spawn, but they've only been level 5s, level 15, level 40. They've all sucked, and I've been here for probably an hour and a half or something. It's a long time. Okay, so I think we are safe. As you can see, Argentavis level 159 is there. This is running, so the ARK servers actually went down, but it wasn't a crash. It was an official update happening to help with more memory improvements and less crashing. And the server hasn't crashed for a good 5 hours or something, and we'll see what happens here because they just implemented that, so maybe it's probably going to start crashing now. You know, it was good, now it's probably not going to be. We'll see what happens. Hopefully everything's all good though, but everything is saved. Server is rebooted. We got our Argentavis. It's back at base. Everything is safe, so things are looking good on the ARK. It's turned into a very good day. We got our Argentavis. Now we're going to slowly start, you know, metal farming, moving some dinos maybe to the other base over by Green Ob. You know, I got a lot of options to do today. I'm not sure what we're going to get to yet, but, you know, there's so much stuff to do all the time. Well, we are slowly starting the Great Migration. I'm carrying the Yankee over. I believe Rampage there. He's going to be bringing the Rex over and walking the Bronto behind it. It's going to be a process for some of the land ones. We don't have a Quetzal or anything for a platform to just fly the big dinos over. That's not to like level 97 so we can make a platform saddle. So we're doing it the long way. It is so crazy. You know, we used to ARK with tech skiffs and everything, moving across the map so fast. And then now we're back to walking everything and no cryopods. And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy how we forgot just how much the game has evolved since it first released. We should be coming up to a little convoy here of a Rex and a Bronto. It looks like the Bronto. There it is. There's the Bronto. I can see his long neck over that rock. Rex is right there behind it. So there's a little scrap going on here. Poor Parasaur is getting wrecked by a Baryonyx. So there we got the Rex going through. Here's the Bronto slowly trucking on through, making our way to the new base location. All right, so we got some mining forages. I got the, what the heck was this thing called here? The fabricator, that's right. So we're trying to make a fridge here. We got power and everything up at the new kind of base location. It obviously has to be expanded quite a bit here. Now there's a snake outside that wants to eat me. Hopefully, maybe it just, you know, decided to go somewhere else. But, you know, it's slowly getting extended here. Wise Guy has been on it, or I guess Rampage now is his name, has been on it. We're extending it. We're going to be, it's going to be huge. We need a lot more space. We can't even get our Bronto inside of this little thing right now. We got our Rex outside. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. So it's going to be fun times ahead for sure. But we got to wait for a bunch of this metal to smelt before we can actually put out our fridge or anything, because we need some metal to build. Alright guys, so I guess that's gonna wrap up this episode. We got an RG. We started migrating over to the new base location over right by Green Ob, as we can see it right there, as well as Wise Guy / Rampage has been expanding the base as well. So it actually got bigger. We got power here, all sorts of toys and lovely things. So awesome. I can't wait to see what the future episodes bring for us. But thank you for checking this out. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.